it's MK, and I am here with another 31 days of cut files for you guys. We are still on Foodie Week, and all week long it has been designed by Janet Fritz. This is our cut file that we are going to be using today. Oh, I wish I knew the name of it, but it's a serving tray. Seems like everybody knows the name of it but me. I think it's a clouch, like a Klaus. I have no idea, you guys. I'm going to spray paint some of it with that silver pewter from Tim Holtz. I also have an old die cut that I've had in my stash for years. A couple rub-ons from 49 and Market. These little stickers are from Close to My Heart, from Simple Stories. I'm not sure where these are from. Hearth and Home. I don't remember purchasing these, you guys, but I've got those as well. From Simple Stories Lemon Twist, I have a few little brads left over. Actually, they're faux brads. There's not actually any poiks on the back. I have a bunch of photos from the Crown Grill. Most of them are by Jim Fritz, which is Janet's husband, but I have a couple of my own pictures. From Lemon Twist as well, I've got the... they call it the Basics kit, but it's just the cardstock pieces. Thought I'd add a little bit of color to my layout using the yellow and the teal. And then I have these two wood grain pieces that were just from a paper pad that was from Park Lane, but I don't know the name of it. I just have the pieces. And then I also, on my little tray, I've got some washi tape that was from Stampin' Up, and then from Close to My Heart I've got some ribbon, that's some uber old ribbon, and then these little pieces here, I don't really remember where they all came from, I apologize, but they're random bits and pieces. And then I used some die cuts to cut out some leaves from some vellum. Some of these die cut pieces are from the Delicate Forest bundle from Stampin' Up, and then I've got some Spellbinders leaves as well, but I don't really remember the name of that set, but I do know that they've got the long stems because they're supposed to work with wax seals. So I'm going to go ahead and cut apart my photos. I've got several 3x4 photos and then one 4x5.5 photo of the Crown Grill entrance, the sign of the Crown Grill. Which is where we had our first formal night, which I think was night 2, if I'm being honest. And then I did remember to take a picture of my soup and my, appetizer, and then my main dish. And then, of course, I was having a cable car to drink. It was a very good drink, by the way. We watched a martini show. We watched the martini show, and they made quite a few different drinks. And so listening to the ingredients of what goes into each drink, the cable car sounded like it was up my alley. So I had quite a few cable cars on the boat. So I'm going to use the silver pewter from Tim Holtz to do my little serving tray and its warmer cover. And then I'm going to take the black soot in Tim Holtz Distress ink and go ahead and spray the rest of the cut file. Don't mind that I sprayed it backwards because I did not even realize that I did that until after I try to go put it back together. Sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and decide that I want to use the teal and the yellow, but because I didn't cut anything down, any of my photos down, it's actually going to end up, I'm going to need 2 sheets of each one because I have to make, I don't have to, but I choose to make one of them 1/8 of an inch larger, and then the other one a 1/4 of an inch larger than the teal 1/8 of an inch photo mat, if that makes any sense. So here's where I realize that I'm going to need a second sheet, which is good because I have had these sheets in my stash for quite a while. Actually, I forgot that I had these sheets, and I've already used the Lemon Twist papers, and so this is all that I have left of those sheets. And so it's kind of like one of those things that they ended up in 2 different spots, if that makes any sense. And so yeah, it's definitely going to be good to use them up. I do like the little bit of color that this adds to my otherwise known as black and white layout going on here. So this was just, like I said, it was our very first formal night, which was on night 2, and we scheduled to go to one of the fancy dinners that we had as part of our premiere package that we all signed up for. So on some cruise ships, they have the opportunity to go to, they call it like an upgraded dining experience. And so you go and you pay, what is that called? Like it's not a service fee, but it's an upgrade charge basically. But because you sign up for, or you can sign up for a premiere, you get some goodies. And 2 of these upgraded dining experiences is part of that experience, as well as, this one got Janet all giggly, as well as all the fitness classes you want to sign up for. And then every photo that you want, every photo that you that they take on the ship or at each port, then you'll get all of those for free. Plus, what was it, 6 prints, 3 for each cabin member. So a total of 6 prints, which I thought was a pretty good deal, considering that they actually take the time to print off every single one of the photos that you go and take, which I think, I was blown away by that. I don't think yay or nay about any of that, but it was just something that I would have never seen. But on the chance that somebody actually sees the picture, it actually entices them to want to purchase the picture. And I have to say that some of the pictures did look better in print rather than, just sitting on my phone. So, we ended up picking out a couple of the pictures. I don't know what we're going to do with them, but yeah, other than scrapbook. I'm not going to have 8 by 10 pictures of all the scrapbooks. That's crazy. So I got a little excited and forgot about my rub-ons here for a second. So I went ahead and started just playing along with the layout. Normally, I lay everything out and then go back through and glue everything down. But I've really been enjoying just laying everything down and actually gluing it down. So I've got my photos lightly tacked on. I've only got one little strip of glue behind each one of them because I love the whole tucking experience. I want to be able to tuck and weave everything underneath. And so I have all these little bits and pieces that I've pulled out to try to go with my color scheme. However, I didn't have enough of the aqua bits to go up in my upper corner. So I'm going to have to figure out how to add aqua up to that, or teal, whatever color this is. I have no idea. I did add a little bit of tear and tape to my ribbon, so that way I could just go ahead and add it. And I like the fact that it just looks like my ribbon has been stitched in. And I apologize for being a little to the right, or actually that's to the left, I'm sorry. So I apologize about that. I didn't realize that you don't get to see my left-hand side until closer to the end. This is where I figure out that my tray is backwards. I had no idea, but I'm going to fix that just by chopping that off and flipping it around and, making it go back as if it never happened. So simple fix. Thank goodness that this was pretty much an asymmetric, serving tray? Because the serving tray part of it, I don't know if it was backwards or not, but yeah, it's just one of those things where I had no clue. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know why. I just all of a sudden feel like I need to take a nap, and it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to take my vellum pieces and tuck them underneath just to give it a little bit of formalness to the layout. I thought that it added elegance in a way. But like I said, I still have forgotten that I planned on adding a bunch of rub-ons to this layout. One of the things that made me remember the rub-ons was because I went and started looking for more teal items that I thought I pulled out to add up into the upper section of my layout. So I'm going to just use the serving tray as just basically a missing picture, a missing element that I wanted to add onto my layout. So here's where I finally remembered where my rub-ons were, as well as all the other pieces that weren't missing, but I just forgot about. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off some of the, what are they? The splatter dots, I guess. So that way I can spread those across the layout where I need them to be, instead of just using them where they are on the rub-on carrier sheet. This way I can get the splatters to go in the direction and angle and spread it where I need it to go, right? So I've got a little bit of splatter going on here. I'm going to add some over to the left-hand side as well. This was such a fun dinner. We really did enjoy. This was right after we were introduced to the all cruise long, what is it called? Scavenger hunt. And so when we got to this dinner, our waitress had one of those, and forgive me if I'm being judgmental, but she had one of those Russian accents, like she was from that part of the country. She was actually from Ukraine, and it was great because we asked her to sign our scavenger hunts, and because there was 3 of us at the table, 3 couples, we each had our own scavenger hunt. And I don't honestly remember where everybody ended up, because I know by day, what was it, 9, I felt like I had everybody. There was no way that I was going to finish getting everybody else on my list. But we asked her, and she was like, "Oh, absolutely." And then, she went and signed about 3 or 4 other spots. She took our paper and had other people sign it. And it was just great. We were giggling and laughing and having a grand old time that, we hit the jackpot of one gal, going and having everybody sign. There was the, what is that person's name who greets you at the door? I cannot think of, this is why I don't go to fancy restaurants. I can't ever remember any of this stuff. The hostess. So she went and got the hostess to sign it. The manager signed it. It was great. And then of course we asked about 6 other times, being on the boat, the same people signing, and we didn't remember them from, 4 or 5 nights ago, because that's, I don't know, you just run into so many people and then you recognize them. Well, because she took our paper and had everybody sign it, we really didn't pay attention to, who was signing what spot. And so when we come across a different country, it's like, oh, I don't have that yet. And they're like, yeah, you do. Oh, okay. So anyways, I do feel like the rub-ons really do help fill in behind all of the clusters. So I love that addition of the little rub-ons and everything being added to it. I'm going to finish my little board, trying to decide whether or not I like the border of spices going on. That is a very old Cricut cut that I cut out a millennia ago, you guys. It is so old. I think I cut it out on my machine that still took cartridges, is how old that was. And yeah, I have no clue why I hung up onto it for so long, but I feel like it really works in this layout, and it definitely helps with my title that at first I didn't even think I was going to have, because of the fact that I took a picture of the Crown Grill's name at the restaurant, like the entrance to the restaurant. I really didn't think I was going to do a title because it's already in a photo, right? But I did find a word on my Simple Stories foam sticker sheet that I felt was absolutely perfect, and it went really well with my spice shelf, basically. So I definitely wanted to incorporate all of that together. When things work together, I just really, I don't know, it's almost like you can't stop sort of thing. You kind of have to get it to go and work together. So I'm going to go ahead and have that span across both pages. I really like how that works. I love taking two pieces and getting them to span across a page. I just feel like it helps with the flow of the fact that this was a 2-page layout rather than, a page and a companion page type of deal. I did put this little label down at the bottom, and that was before I found my perfect title, which is it's not really like something that I found, but it's just the word together. And I thought it was kind of fun because we dined almost every night together, and it was a blast. It really was so much fun trying to get all of these things. And of course, our napkins were folded like little boats. And to me, it looked like a little hat. And so I stuck the hat on my head. And the perfect little sticker I found was laugh. And then the other one was laugh often. So I thought that was kind of cute, where it says laugh often type of thing. And then I liked the sit, stay, and eat. After a while, it kind of made me giggle because it's like, oh, does that really make it sound like you're telling a dog to sit, stay, and eat? Or is it welcoming that you come sit with us and stay and eat with us type of thing? So I'm not really sure. Either way, it just made me giggle. So I've got these last little bits of splatter, and I really did not want to hang on to them for something else. So I'm going to go ahead and add one of them to the upper bit that felt like it was just cut off, almost like I accidentally cut that part off, even though that was the design, and then add the other little bit over here with the word stay. And it kind of leads into the laugh little section. I used my little Simple Stories brads to bring in my aqua that I was missing in the upper corner, or the upper right hand. And that is my layout for you guys today. I really do like the pop of color and then everything else being black and white. I still feel like it's fun and playful, like we are, but yet still on the formal side for such a fancy dinner, right? You can't take us anywhere, I swear. At least you can't take me anywhere. And this was supposed to be a formal night, but you guys, I don't play well with formalities. I can if I need to, but like the Joker always says, why so serious? That's just me though. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really had so much fun pulling this layout together and using up some super old with some super new bits and pieces. It was just super fun. It really was. Don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel, who is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube, to see how she is using her serving tray, which has an official name. I just don't remember what it is. And also, too, don't forget to check out all of the links down below for 31 days of cut files and other such links. And again, thank you, and I will check you guys all later. Bye.